One of the most common questions I get about pain neuroscience education is when a patient comes to a clinician and the patient expresses the idea that, oh, you think it's in my head. How do we respond to that when we sit with the patient, teach him about pain, and they say, oh, you think it's in my head? There are three ways we've now learned in clinical practice that seem to be working really well and resonate with our patients. Number one, we validate them. I'm a pain scientist, we scan brains, we do all kinds of research, and I will tell you today, pain is 100% real. There is no fake pain that we've ever scanned. So when a patient sits with me, I would tell them that and explain to them, I 100% believe you, your pain is real. So I want you to get that message that it's real and it's not, that I'm inferring it's not real. Number two, don't start with the brain. Unfortunately, yeah, we speak a lot at conferences, we're on stage, a lot of people listen to us, and they get excited about the brain and run to the clinic and tell the patient, hey, let me tell you about your brain. We deliberately design pain neuroscience education to start peripheral. So start with a nail in the foot, start with a lion, start with a nerve sensor, and work your way up towards the brain. Typically, that would happen at visit 4, 5, or 6, and at that point, I've created a relationship, and it's less likely the patient would be resistant to learning more about their brain. And then finally, we preempt it. When a patient comes in for that visit, and I want to talk to them about the brain or the brain meeting, guess what? I will tell them, today we're going to cover the brain, but the brain is very important in this pain experience. If I were to punch you in the arm, the message will go to your brain to tell you, Adriaan punched you in the arm. So yes, the brain is part of it, but by no means am I inferring your pain is not real.